What's up, you guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. So as you can tell by the title, this is a video idea that I thought of while scrolling the movie boards on the lovable and dreadful at the same time TFW 2005 website. Somebody posted a thread that was basically saying that Q as a character was better of a Wheeljack representation than Rise of the Beast Pablo, as the fans like to call that iteration of the character. And I was thinking about that for a couple minutes this morning, and I was like, he's got a point. I agree. And as a Bayverse kid, as somebody who grew up with Dark of the Moon, Wheeljack / Q, I am happy to agree and talk about this, because once again, I am praising the Bayverse, I am glazing the first 3 movies, and it's something that makes sense. It's something a lot of us can probably universally agree on this time around. It's not like I'm throwing a hot take out there, or I'm saying an opinion that's not really popular from a side of the fandom or whatever. And by the way, on a similar topic, there were some people, not a lot of people, but there were like a couple people commenting on my video recently about the false advertising on Armada Red Alert not coming with the alternate regular hand. And some people got extra sensitive, even though I was like super respectful in pointing this out in the video. Like, people got offended by my title and my thumbnail. But if y'all have been watching my channel long enough, y'all know that I do that on purpose. It is satirical. It is meme-like. I'm basically doing a meme for the thumbnail, and I'm being satirical and exaggerating on purpose as a joke for the title and the thumbnail of my videos. So I'm a little bit of a meme page if you want to look at it that way. So don't take my my laser eyes and my screaming face in that thumbnail literal. If you just take 2 minutes to watch at least the beginning of the video, y'all will know that I'm joking in the thumbnail. So, but anyway, I just felt like I had to explain that, because it seems like people's skills to kind of like get things with people is at an all-time low nowadays. But back to this. Let's look at Dark of the Moon Q first. So there's a lot of inspiration with him. Einstein, the villain from James Bond, and the characterization of him. Obviously, main inspiration, G1 Wheeljack, inventor, nerdy guy kinda, but with kind of like a weird, cool side a little bit, which they explore a tiny bit in the movie, Q has a badass alt mode. He kind of gets along with the younger Transformers of the team a little bit. Like, you see him hanging around with, obviously Ironhide's not like a younger Transformer, but he's trying to be like a cool guy around Ironhide, and Bumblebee and stuff you see a little bit in the movie. So there's that going on a little bit too. And all of that is G1 Wheeljack. All of that is classic Wheeljack traits. Is my camera... The camera's a little crooked. Let me fix that. Let me fix it. There we go. I think that's a little bit better. But yeah. And then you compare that to Rise of the Beast, Pablo Jack. I don't know. I really don't... I mean, his fins pop out of his ears for like a split second at the end of the movie in the final battle. Which till this day, we don't know if that was always planned or if that was like fan service due to the backlash of his redesigned head, which I may do a video on looking back on that one day, because that after a couple years looking back on that right now, just thinking about it right here, that was pretty funny. Like, just the amount of fan outrage online. I wouldn't say it was as bad as like the 2007 days when the concept art and the designs first leaked on the internet, and like, what was that, like 2005, 2006? And fans were going crazy to the point where they changed Megatron's head design. And I believe they stripped back some other things on other characters because of that fan outrage. It wasn't that bad, but it was bad. It was pretty crazy at that time, a couple of years ago. So, yeah, I mean, with Rise of the Beast, Pablo, we see like a tiny bit of him being like smart and inventive, but nothing to the point where, okay, this is like the characterization of the Wheeljack that we all know and love. You obviously get that a lot more with Dark of the Moon Q. And from a first glance, the name, even though he's also been credited as Wheeljack, but people just call him Q because he really doesn't look like G1 Wheeljack. Even though he does have the glowing or hair or ears, whatever you want to call it, on each side of his head to represent G1 Wheeljack. In his face, well, not his face, but at least he's got like the glowing things on his head there. So people say that because of the design and because it's Bayverse and it rarely ever takes from, the classic stuff that fans recognize with these characters. Even though I think, in my opinion, it does more than people think, which I may do a video on some other time, because I feel like people just look at Bayverse as a surface level and they don't recognize all the different references from other eras that's not G1. I've always felt that way since I was a little kid, because it felt like people were just like, just hyper fixated on comparing it to G1 to the point where they're missing all the other references and inspiration that they took from with other iterations of Transformers. But, even just comparing the designs, I think Dark of the Moon Wheeljack is a lot better than Rise of the Beast Wheeljack. The nerdy glasses thing, the super humanoid head, and the belt, buckle, suspender things on his midsection. It's very stereotypical and just not really good looking, in my opinion. Usually I do like humanoid traits on Transformers when done right. They've been doing it basically since G1 with facial hair and humanoid body features and stuff, like with RC. I mean, did G1 RC really need to have, I'm talking about, I mean, come on, did she really need to have curves on her body? She's a freaking alien robot. But, yeah, I just felt like that was just over the top. I just felt like it didn't even really fit his character, because he was portrayed more so like a hippie, like an awkward hippie kind of guy, instead of more of like an awkward, nerdy, scientist, smart guy, which it seems like they were more so going for that for some reason as opposed to a hippie, even though that's what they wrote and shot in the movie and the final cut itself. So I don't know what's going on there with that disconnect. Maybe that was something that happened during... they had reshoots for Rise of the Beast, right? I'm pretty sure they did. Maybe that was like something that got lost along the way with story changes and the delay and reshoots, possibly. I don't know. But I don't know. I just feel like I agree with what people are saying, that Dark of the Moon Wheeljack is way better than Rise of the Beast Pablo as a character, and in my opinion as a design, even though people weren't really saying that. I've always liked Dark of the Moon Wheeljack's design, the car mode, the robot mode being super just interesting looking, with the inspiration that they took from it with Einstein and the glowing ears from G1 Wheeljack. So I thought that was pretty cool in its own way. But yeah, guys, let me know down in the comments below. How do y'all feel about this topic? Do you feel like Dark of the Moon Q is better than Rise of the Beast Pablo in terms of representing the Wheeljack character, or do you not? All my social medias are linked down below, including my email if y'all want to hit me up about business inquiries, if you want to message me about whatever. Or if you want to subscribe to my Patreon, link down below. It's got tons of exclusive content that you won't see here on YouTube or any of my other social media accounts, such as exclusive stop motions, toy photography, behind the scenes of projects I'm working on, such as dioramas, videos, and so much more for $5 a month. If y'all want to help support me and help support the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye!